Hi, I'm Lauren from the LivFree podcast, and I'm here with my guest, Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Hi guys, how are you? How are you?
I'm good. You forgot about me. I'm Dad. We're doing this together today because we got a special guest. His name is Matt.
It's me.
How you doing today, buddy?
Good, how are you?
All right. So for those who don't know, Lauren, you want to tell people where our podcast is located?
At the Sacred Heart. At Sacred Heart.
Yep, at Sacred Heart. And Matt's a special guest because we just officially met Matt at Sacred Heart. Matt, take it away. Before you introduce yourself, this story is incredible. How did you end up here at this podcast room today?
So I recently transferred into Sacred Heart. I was at the University of St. Joseph's in West Hartford, and academically there I didn't feel I was comfortable enough. And after consideration and finding the right spot, Sacred Heart was the right place for me. And obviously at West Campus, where the LivFree office is located, is coincidentally where I have most of my classes. And I recognized the name and reaching out to, obviously, to you. And it's not a coincidence, is it?
Yeah, tell us when you saw the name, what happened?
So the organization had funded me, my brother, and my friends some tickets after I had my battle with cancer and beat it. And we went to attend the Nets Pacers game, an NBA game. And when I was just staring at the window and I recognized the name, it just, it was no doubt in my mind that that was the organization that gave me tickets. And so obviously I had to verify, and finding my picture on the Instagram, led me to DMing, and that just led me to meeting you and sharing you my entire story, because obviously out of the thousands of people and kids that you fund and make their dreams come true after beating cancer, and I was one of those people.
Yeah, it was really crazy. So just from my perspective, I haven't even told you this story because I wanted you to be surprised about this. So I get a message on our Instagram page, and he's like, "Hey, I want to get involved in your organization." I'm like, "Okay, well, tell me a little bit about yourself." And the message says, like, I'm sitting here at West Campus and I saw the name and I recognized it. I thought I recognized it, and sure enough, and then you send me the picture of yourself.
I did, yeah.
At the basketball game, the Nets, and I get emotional with stuff like that because it's one, it's not every day we run into somebody that we help.
Mm-hmm.
Two, things do happen for a reason, and that particular moment for me was incredible because I was having a hard day. And, fundraising is really hard, and running a nonprofit's not easy. And, you start to question things, and then it's like, boom, I get a message from you. And
Yeah.
It's like incredible. So Miss Lauren has a couple questions for you.
Of course.
If you don't feel comfortable with it, you don't have to tell your whole story. So whatever you're comfortable with, we'd like to know. I think it's important for people to see.
Yep.
But again, totally up to you. So Lauren, ask away.
I thought I did.
Nope, you're gonna do that one.
Okay, what kind of cancer did you have, and did you have...
No, it's okay, go ahead.
What kind of cancer did you have, and how long was your treatment?
So I had testicular cancer. So my original surgery of the testicular removal was in August of 2021, and then I found out that I had to do chemotherapy January of 2022, and that concluded my last cycle. Was April 4th, I believe, was the last day that my cycle ended, and though I had officially rung the bell on March 28th.
March 28th.
March 28th.
Very good.
It's my last day of the treatment in terms of receiving medicine, but the cycle runs to the next week.
And just repeat, what year was this?
2022.
2022. So we're coming up on 2 years.
Coming up on 2 years.
That's a big deal. You guys have a little bit in common.
Yep.
Going through cancer treatments.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit, and I don't want you to get too graphic or, not meaning graphic, but not too much detail, but How was your treatment? How did it affect you? How did it affect your family, etc.?
So obviously personally affected was what I obviously most noticed, because it was myself. So obviously hair loss. I thought, I could save my hair a little bit. And I remember I got a haircut and then I had to, shave it all off because I just every time I would like fluff my hand through my hair, like now that I do it, it would just kind of all fall out. So that
And how old were you when this happened?
17,
17.
17. Yeah,
Oh,
now
wow.
I'm 19. So
Yeah, that's tough.
obviously body wise, very just tired all the time. And I was just mainly sitting in bed. Obviously, like I'm someone that is prideful in working out, playing soccer, something that I love to do. I've done my whole life. And so having that taken away from me was tough.
Sure.
But at the same time, by staying optimistic and just staying positive, that was the best thing I could have done. Obviously, affected my family. My brother and I are super close to each other. My parents, I have a very close connection to my entire family. So that was the close affection there, and obviously seeing them in the positions that they were, having to work, my brother at school, and I was kind of the one that was going through all of this. That obviously affected them as well.
Now, is your brother
So
younger?
he's older.
He's
My
an older
brother's
brother.
older. My brother's 21, so
Okay.
2 years older than me. Um, and so just having that positive mindset, staying optimistic, and even in the toughest times, the toughest days where I would be there for 8, 9 hours, it was those days that made me who I am now as a person, and who was able to stay optimistic for my family and show them that everything was gonna be okay regardless.
Good. Good. Your age group, what makes you Live Free really unique is that we assist families, and we call you a kid. I know you're 19, you don't
Yep.
feel like a kid, but I'm pushing 40 now, so you're still a kid to me.
Yeah.
And when we help kids that are up to 26, and I love that demographic because it's a little bit easier to like have this conversation
Yep.
and to understand like from a more, I guess, an adult mind, even though I'm calling you a kid, from an adult mind, like how Live Free really affects you. So
Yep.
ask your next question.
How was your experience from LivFree?
My experience from LivFree was amazing. I mean, considering that, I also had a Make-A-Wish, being 17 at the time, I was still able to, have my wish granted.
Yep.
But just, it was like the following week after I had finished treatment. And it's just, after I rang that bell, it was like that certain freedom, and just, I was able to do anything I wanted, what it felt like. And so being able to spend some time with my friends who I hadn't really been able to see much during my treatments, and with my brother, obviously, and to go to the game and just have fun and, laugh, and see a good game, it was amazing. And obviously these are the organizations, especially like Live Free, that have a huge impact on at least had an impact on me personally. I mean, just the week after, and being able to go and have fun was amazing.
Right. That's what we set out to do.
Mhm.
And I love that you use it as a celebration.
Yep.
Yep. It means a lot to me that, we're able to provide those types of moments. What do you think of that?
It's cool.
Yeah, it's special moments. Obviously, like when I will think back on, when I do think back on my experience and battling cancer and beating it, those are the special moments that I remember.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think back to the hard days. I think back to the end, to those good days, those weeks where after I just felt free. And obviously that's why Live Free is called Live Free.
That's right.
It's great.
No, that's great to hear, man. I mean, that's exactly what we set out to do. And it's interesting, when Lauren was a little bit younger when she was going through treatment, so she doesn't really remember a lot of that.
Yep.
The biggest takeaways from us, since we're pretty far removed from cancer treatments with her, but the things that we do remember are like the good times. Like we don't really, I mean, we definitely know that there were bad times, and if I really went back, I would, we can find them, I promise. But for the most part, like the people that we met along the way, the good positive impacts that organizations have made and have inspired us. You spoke about Make-A-Wish. They're great. We had an amazing Make-A-Wish. Do you remember your Make-A-Wish? We went to Disney.
on Ice.
Not Disney on Ice. We went to Disney. You dressed up like a princess. You remember that?
Yeah, Elsa.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But like we remembered those moments, and those are the moments that we cherish, because that's at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah,
that's all you got.
Obviously, when you're in the moment, it's a little different. But thinking back now after, it's when you think about the word cancer and you think about your experience, at least for myself, you associate it with those times where you remember the good things. You don't necessarily, your mind doesn't go to, oh, this like day was really bad. I mean, obviously you know it. You
Sure.
know that that day was there, but it's also the days that, were good. The people you met, the social workers at Yale, people such as Katie, the people from Make-A-Wish, even the oncologists, those people are still, you know, in your memory, and you
Sure.
know them and you still see them, and you realize like how much of a difference those people make in your life.
Right.
So it's just, great.
Yeah, man. Um, Last part for me.
Hmm.
Um, I'm really happy that I've had a chance to run into you here at Sacred Heart. I mean, I believe in the power of the universe and
Yep.
God and all of that, and happy to announce that you're going to be joining our team as an intern here.
Yep.
You're studying marketing,
I'm studying marketing. Yeah.
so nothing more that we need than people doing marketing for us and spreading the word, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
better ambassador do we have than somebody that's actually experienced the impact
Firsthand. Yep.
that we're making? And shout out to all of our donors and supporters that are able to make that happen.
Yep.
I feel like I'm just a catalyst for that, right? Like they support us, we just
All those donors and everyone, who does donate to Live Free, are able to, live free. Therefore, with that money and donations, are able to give experiences, unforgettable experience to people like me.
he's good at his job. Look at this,
And
he's good. He's
yeah.
already getting there. Nah, I
And
appreciate
no,
that.
and I would obviously take nothing away from all of that. And you know, if you are someone who does donate and who is active, in sort of the society of kids and young teens who are struggling with battling cancer, you guys are making a difference. There's people that do make a difference and they don't even realize it.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for us, bud?
Um,
If you don't, I don't want to put you on the spot. No big deal. Just I want you to. I want this to be a two-way conversation. Lauren's gonna wrap up with one more question. It's her her go-to question.
There's no questions off the top of my
Okay.
head particularly, but what is something that motivates you every day
Ooh.
to keep on going with Live
Oh
Free?
man, that's a great question, man. The I know how hard it is as a parent to go through it. I see daily how hard it is the kids go through it, and I understand how much family time, respite, just kind of taking a break, and moments of joy, how much those moments mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and how quick they can be taken away. So we must cherish them,
Mm-hmm.
and that there are people that were in your situation, in my situation, my daughter's situation, that are having a hard time with creating those moments and having those moments of joy and those smiles. So I want to do everything I can to provide those.
Yeah.
And literally that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to this. And it's funny that you say that, because recently I've had a little bit of a hard time with fundraising and like just trying to figure out like the trajectory of Live Free. But at the end of the day, people like you, and I said that earlier,
Yep.
when I got to meet you. So people like you, man. People like you.
It's definitely something where you hear people say wake up and make the most of it, wake up and be thankful. And after you experience something like that, you really take that saying and you put it into existence.
Sure.
You wake up every day, and even if you're having a bad day, you remember that you have your health, you're a healthy person, you're here, you're able to make a difference. Everyone can make a difference. It's just about the path they take. Everyone's good at something.
Right.
It's just about how they utilize it. And that's ultimately, what's important in life.
That's right. Amen to that, man. Lauren, your last question? You got one right there.
What's your favorite thing to do with your family?
Oh, my favorite thing to do with my family. Definitely my favorite thing to do with my family was go on vacations. Every year we would go on vacation somewhere. And, it's like I remember every single one, even when I was younger. Obviously, we're from Romania. My parents are Romanian. So, going to Romania many times and seeing family, grandparents over there, being able to, being exposed to that culture. And then also, the fun vacations, the cruises, the resorts, all of those are unforgettable. And it's ultimately you're doing that as a family, stress-free, and, you're just able to have fun and just, be there. Yeah, that's
Very good.
definitely the most fun thing to do.
Very good. Well, I appreciate you. I'm really happy that you, a little bit of serendipity happened and you were able to see us and we were able to connect.
Of
And
course.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
And I look forward to it as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be really special. We're going to do some incredible things and we're going to
Yep.
be able to help a lot of kids. So
Yeah.
really excited about that. Lauren, you got anything else? You want to thank them?
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. I also just have one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
For anyone that is watching and is going through something similar that I have gone through, there will be a time where, you finish treatment and, you will just think back on all of it. And, you might be uncomfortable at first sharing your story. Obviously, like I was uncomfortable at first, telling people what kind of cancer I had and the process and everything going in behind that. But there's a time and a moment in your life where, you learn to accept all of that and you take all of that and, you realize that's a part of you and that whenever you're ready to share your story, people are waiting to hear it and the right people will help you, and sort of, sympathize with your story.
Amen, man. I appreciate you opening up, and I know that that's something that's hard, and it's something that you're working through, and it takes a lot of courage. So kudos to you, and
Thank
and
you.
you are. Somebody's going to see this, and they're
Yep.
gonna see that. So thank you for that.
Of course.
All right, Lauren, take us away. Sign off.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, slay the day.
All right, there it is. Look at you. Good?
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome,
Thank you for
man.
having me.
No, thanks. Thank you.